What up, Cowboy fans and YouTubers? Is that VA Dallas Cowboy fan coming back at you? Is this the big plan? This is the big plan that the Cowboys tried to sell us. That we're just going to keep doing the same crap we always do, but we're going to dress it as something new. But it's not. It's the same shit you always do. Oh my God. As of now, the Cowboys have let Blake Bell, backup tight end, leave to go back to the Kansas City Chiefs 1 year after he left them. So, in essence, he won a Super Bowl with them, left to join us, got, I can't remember how many catches for, like 110 yards, and was just a blocking tight end, special teams guy, and was basically screwed on a shitty Dallas team for a season. Decided, fuck this, I'm going back to a winner, and signs a 1-year deal to go back to Kansas City. Man, that's like the free agents who used to go to New England knowing they were going to the Super Bowl pretty much every year. This is what that is. He saw this dumpster fire in Dallas and said, let me out. I'm not coming back. For what? These guys obviously are not trying to win anything. That's the impression I got. Maybe you guys got something else, but that's what I'm looking at. That this organization and free agents can see this. Why would I go there if they're not really trying to do anything? Because our big free agent defensive signing so far has been all of what? Re-signing our own corner, a couple of them. Like, woohoo! CJ Goodwin is not a corner. He is a special teams player. He cannot play corner. Don't even count him as a corner. That's just BS they put on a depth chart to make something make sense. But he's a special teams guy. If this was Madden, he'd have the athlete signature next to his name. He would not have a designation because he's not a corner. And you re-signed Jordan Lewis 2-3 years, which is ridiculous in itself, but whatever. I don't know what these guys are thinking. And then to help out on the line, instead of giving real money to Antoine Woods, who's been asking for it for the last 3-4 years, instead of getting tendered every single year, you go out and sign a 1-year contract to Carlos Watkins, a former Texan, 4th round pick out of Clemson in 2017, from the Texans, who were 4-12. 4-12, and you decided he looked good on tape that I want him here. And he's a no-name, basically. And above all else, he was a 3-4 defensive end on the Texans unit. So when he's switching to 4-3, they're already saying he's going to play the 3-tech. Why the fuck do you need another 3-tech? Oh my God. I'm sick and tired of you guys in this office buying up every 3-tech in the fucking world and trying to make them a 1-tech, and they're getting blown out of the goddamn line every year. They're not true 1-techs. They are not anchors. There's a reason they're not doing anything on the defensive line, because you keep getting asinine players and trying to fit them into the scheme. It just makes no sense to me at all. I don't. This is the umpteenth time you got a 3-tech and trying to move him to a 1-tech. But you're not trying to say that. You're trying to say he's another 3-tech, he can help on the line, which is a bunch of bull, because most of the 3-techs you've hired in the last 5 years have done diddly. None of them have stuck. And you keep going back to the tried and true Tyrone Crawford, who's not worth the money. But this is the BS that you Cowboys front office keep trying to peddle to us every single goddamn year. We're getting better. We got money to pay for defense. And then you go out and get no names, who's not going to contribute to the line. He'll be a rotational piece. If your ass was good, you would not need rotational pieces. That's all I'm saying. We bring up the 90s. Why? Because when the hell in the 90s did you ever see those guys come off the field unless the scheme called for it? That's the only time they came off the field. Other than that, they were on the field 24/7. They never came off. DeMarcus Ware never came off the field. Why? He's your best player. Why should he come off the field? That's stupid. Ratliff, Hatcher, Spencer, all those guys, they didn't take breaths. They didn't get rotations. They played down after down. Why come off the field if that's your best lineup? That just makes no sense. Does LeBron come off the court unless he calls for it? No. LeBron will play a whole game if he has to. Because that's what it calls for. Your best player to stay on the field or the court and play. Jesus Christ. These guys. I know we're taking the wait to see approach, but the patience is wearing very thin. I don't know if I'm the only one out there thinking that, but this is getting really thin with us fans. And worst of all, Pro Football Focus graded this dude out to a 46.6 grade. That means he was worse than every single defensive tackle on our team last year. Even Dontari Poe got a better grade than this dude. Why? What did you see in this dude to pick him up? And the Cowboys break it like it's some fucking big world news. They're finally addressing the line. With what? They're not addressing the line. They're just wasting time providing depth and a freaking training camp body. This guy may not even make it out of training camp. Dear Lord, baby Jesus. Hopefully the next wave of free agency, they'll come up with something and do something in the draft, because year after year, this is just consistently telling us fans that you guys care about the money. Y'all don't care about winning. You're about to waste Dak Prescott another 4 years of meaningless football because you're hoping the offense basically takes care of everything. All the deficiencies on defense, the offense will just outscore everybody else. That doesn't work. It's not going to work. There's a reason they say defenses win championships. Oh my God. Jesus. Okay. I'm with y'all. It makes no sense to me, but I'm going to sit back and take the cautious approach. There's nothing else I can do about it. All right. If anything else happens, we're going to talk about it. Try to make some sense of it. Until then, it's VA Dallas Cowboy fan out.